Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Okay, I think Pakora's ready if you guys are.
Yeah, we're ready.
Alright.
GG, have fun. Good luck.
Okay then, we are live. Retrospective Tourney with Team Bong versus Pakora Warriors. Playing on Clubhouse today with Bong on the defensive half first. Okay then, the first ban coming through here for the defenders is a Maverick ban. A good choice on Clubhouse, as it's always a good idea to bring a Maverick if he's available to open up the wall and try and get rid of a bandit trying to trick behind, especially on the CC or Jacuzzi walls. You also open hatches with them, get rid of one hard breach is also a good idea. Thatcher band as well from the attackers will make opening walls a lot harder. It will force people to use less conventional means of taking a bandit off a wall, getting rid of the electrified appliance on it. Perhaps a Zofia trick or a Capital Firebolt from the window could help. Maestro taken out will take out some of the information gathering as well on the defensive side. Always a good idea, and it also takes care of some of the bulletproof utility the defenders can bring. Means you don't have to expend so much soft breach on those gadgets. Final ban coming through is a Legion from the defense. Not too common of a ban, but it's always good to get rid of him just to get rid of his annoying utility. Don't really want them to be able to litter the goo mines around the entire site and gain as much information as possible. CCTV in cash room is the first site picked out here from the defense. The bandit picked up will allow the player to trick the wall and stop the thermite from opening it so easily. Umai and Jaeger both coming into play will certainly help get rid of all the utility that the attackers will try and use to stop the bandit from tricking. A dock most likely to play on side of the garage catwalk. 6-bit comes through onto IQ from IQ. Interesting.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
The attacking lineup here has no Capital, but they do have an Ash and Sophia, so Sophia could either trick through the drone hole or from the window using her stuns, or they could just play vertically using their soft breach destruction. A shield placed at the suicide corner will allow them to watch the breach if it does get opened. It was a good idea to have that there. Garage also being reinforced will allow the player on catwalk to play more aggressively. They can't open up that long angle to watch him more safely from outside.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left.
2 ADS is placed on the top of red stairs, most likely to stop anything coming through the drone hole to try and trick the bandit, but it does look like it's quite far away. It might not be able to catch everything that comes through. Bandit is set down his electric wires and then rotated down to the first floor. Interesting plays, you'd often want him to play on the wall so you can trick more effectively. Oh, Thermite here getting ready. He is droning and he has found no one tricking on the wall yet. Bandit's still managing to rotate his way back up, so he should be close by if he needs to place down his extra wires, although he's already used them all. So I don't think he will be actively tricking on this wall. Ash actually has already managed to find her way inside of bedroom. Playing alone in there could be dangerous for her, or she could manage to find the opening frag. She knows the castle is close by, but she is taken out, loses that first gunfight. Bong already in advantage with 2 minutes into the round. Both IQ and Sophia have rotated up here as well, but they are on their own. Both pushing separately will allow the bandit to take the opening frag on the Sophia. IQ also put down to half health will put the attackers in a 2-man deficit at 1 minute and 30 seconds into the round. Not the most ideal for them, but it's still salvageable as they still have 1 minute and 30 seconds to push onto the site and to figure out a way to attack. Flank drones comes through at the top of main stairs to watch out for the flank. 3 players need to push from inside construction. Thermite in the meantime will take out the bandit, but Hibana is downed from the window, I believe that was. There it is, a finish off that, and it's now all down to the IQ in a 1 versus 4. A minute to work with, so it is possible, but not looking likely as she has to file through this one single doorway. Player seems to follow her out, which is the my misses out a couple shots there, and IQ will find 1 kill there. Only on 5 health now, so not looking ideal. And there we go, Castle to finish things off. A good start there for Bong on their first defensive round of Clubhouse. Unfortunate there for Pakora, as they did push in players very individually at first, and they lost those starting gunfights, which was a bit of a problem for them. If they had a more unified push, they could have got the refrags instantly when they would have stood more of a chance later in the round. Coming here through for Bong is a Mute and a Mozzie. Always a good idea to bring them, especially on a site like Church and Arsenal, where you'll often have a lot of deep roam play, especially on that top floor. Placing those Mute Jammers and the Mozzie Passes up there will allow the players to get a lot more time up there, as they kind of got droned out so quickly. This seems to be an SSG style setup from the operators. I assume they'll be playing very aggressively upstairs, trying to take control of the entire map. And you see here 2 people already going upstairs doing their setup up here. Reinforcing the jacuzzi wall. This will allow the players to play inside of the gym bedroom area more securely, as the attackers cannot open up long angles from outside jacuzzi and watch rotates.
Attackers have located a bomb. 10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
Castle setting up his barricades inside of the bar area
Attacker's objective is to defuse
will
the bomb.
allow them to play inside of here, and they will probably open up this hatch in bar. I'll allow the player inside of there to rotate down if he needs to. Now let's see where Pakora are choosing to attack from. Therma here seems to be hanging around the dirt tunnel, so maybe he is thinking of opening this up first. Both are reinforced, and there does seem to be bandit-wise on here. Sledge might be trying to throw a grenade through here, but he could just shoot them. The angle should be there for him to be able to shoot them, but a grenade used there takes care of those bandit-wise, but might not have needed to use that grenade. Bit of a waste of utility. Bandit here ready and waiting for the push inside of that tunnel. In the meantime, kitchen hatch has been opened by the Hibana. And there are roamers still playing inside of the bar area. You see Mozzie here, aware of these players in kitchen, holding an angle, pinging out, giving the information to his teammates. Misses a few shots there. Hibana drops very aggressively and is instantly taken out by the castle. Good coverage from the castle there on site. Still 2 players found inside of the kitchen area, just watching this hatch. IQ trying to contest these long angles through the hatch, but will not be able to land anything, and neither will that castle. IQ taken down by the Mozzie, and now it's all down to the Sledge inside of the kitchen. Has to try and pick up his teammate. The Mozzie has been taken down in the meantime by the Nomad, who is watching a very good angle there. Always got to hold this angle to make sure you can't, make sure the defenders rather can't rotate around so securely on this middle floor. We still find this Jaeger playing upstairs, and because Pakora have not chosen to go for a full map clear, they will have to deal with him still. Attack really seems to be centered on this kitchen take. Few players spotted out there. Poor positioning from the bandit will allow him to get taken out from the hatch. Castle just about winning that gunfight there. Nomad with a second onto the round, and it's down to 2 versus 2. 1 versus 2 as Jaeger finds one more. It's all down to the Nomad, 1 versus 2. Air jabs go down to stop the flank coming through. Might have been an idea to set this up earlier to make sure no rotates could have come through from the attackers, from the defenders actually. Now she has to push through this hatch, she has no time to rotate anywhere. So it will be down to how well these defenders can cover this drop down. Flashbang comes out and it will blind the castle. Drop coming through from Nomad, misses a couple shots onto the Jaeger, and there you go, Jaeger wins that like gunfight. Second round now in favour of Team Bong. Very well done there from Bong. Pakora not seeming to read fully into the strategy of Bong, as they did not even attempt to clear the top floor. If they had tried to clear the top floor, perhaps they would have had more success in taking out those roamers early on, and that would have given them more map control, so they wouldn't have had to been so worried while they were playing inside of kitchen. Now, as they've won the first two sites, gym and bedroom will be their option to go to now. Bar and stock room not an option taken ever really in comp play. 6 picks here from Sledge onto Sledge once again. Not entirely sure why the 6 picks being used if it's not actually getting used properly.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Now with gym bedroom you always want to bring this castle so the bandit on the wall can play securely. However, last time the bandit did not play anywhere near the wall, he just placed down his batteries and ran away. Perhaps because there is no Maverick and no Thatcher, Bong don't see the need to try and trick actively. So perhaps he will just place down those batteries and walk away from the wall. Cross barricades though on the window and on the doorway are often where you'd see them. This will allow anyone's this will stop rather the attackers from shooting at those batteries and the bandit playing on the jacuzzi wall. And there you go, see the default place. No rotates actually made into the site of gym, which is concerning really, as often you'd want a rotate in there. These footholds will allow them to spot out any attackers playing inside of there so they can deny a plant, but you might also want to have a rotate so you can get in there if you need to. No time wasted here from the attack, already on the roof, opening up the hatch into logistic, and they will get drones in there. Sledge looks ready to drop, and there he goes, already taking control of logistics, so Fit in the meantime will find one instantly refragged out from the Jaeger. Logistic has already been taken full control of by the attackers. Smoke canister is already coming out there very early. Not the greatest use of utility, and a nitro there as well. Do a lot of damage onto the sledge but not finish off the kill. Not the greatest use of utility for Bong, as it's only a minute into the round. Not to save some of that for the later execute. Ash already in will take care of one bandit battery, and she takes out smoke as well. This will allow Thermite to open up the wall. Bandit with a refrag onto her, but only after she gets a second one. Sledge with one, and I believe it's only down to a 1 versus 3 now. Castle with a lot of work to do. Plant going down inside of Jim, but he cannot be seen, and there we go. Sledge to finish things off. Pakora with their first round, 2-1 now, still in favour of Bong. Now, as it has been unlocked, CCTV and cache will be chosen out once again from the defenders. Gym and bedroom not a strong site for them it seems, as Pakora was very able to open up and get into sight very easily. Does seem like the exact same lineup as they had before coming through from the defense, obviously not seeing a need to change anything as it worked so well for them last time. Perhaps Pakora this time will change their playstyle so they weren't so aggressive, and they might be able to get those opening frags rather than lose them out. Yeah, once again it seems to be the exact same setup coming through. Shield at suicide, bandit on the wall, dock inside of catwalk, a Jaeger, and will you be able to use that utility to stop any projectiles. and then the castle also able to eat up utility. Because Pakora have seen them playing this castle, the sledge is always a good pick, as it's just able to take care of those barricades nice and easily. Not really much utility used.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
This time the bandit does seem to be hanging around near the wall, so he will be ready to trick, although as I say that, he does rotate away. Not entirely sure no, I don't think he will be tricking. Once again, he doesn't feel the need to, although he is going to find an opening gunfight there. Sophia already with the opening pick 30 seconds into the round. Castle there, swift refrag onto the sledger, it's not all lost. Sophia will be able to take care of these bandit batteries. A misplaced bit of utility there. So she's already wasted both of her things, but she will be able to find a kill onto the Mai through that vertical hole. Hibana will take a lot of damage, but is able to find one, but she will get refragged by the Jaeger. 2-on-3 in favour of Pakora. 2 minutes in the round still to go. Very hectic so far. I believe that's Sophia, yeah, already in sight, but will get taken out by the Jaeger. The Ash will refrag, and it's now all down on a one-on-one situation. Doc versus Thermite. Doc peeks aggressively and loses out that gunfight. Thermite wins it, and there we have it. 2-2 now. Pakora looking much stronger when they win those opening gunfights. Now, that side didn't go so well for them last time, but Bong do seem to want to go there again. CCTV once again picked out from them. And it does seem to be the exact same lineup as before. Obviously feeling that they can just win those opening gunfights. No need to change the strategy, nothing was wrong with it. Just those loss of gunfights. Perhaps if the bandit had won that opening gunfight. He didn't seem aware of her being inside a stockroom. She did get in there rather quickly, so he might be more aware of that this time. So they might play someone down inside of the lounge area to stop Sophia from opening up vertically onto the bandit.
Attackers have located a bomb.
A couple of stand-up players so far have been this Jaeger and the Ash, both leading their teams in terms of frags, really trying to get those refrags as soon as their teammates die.
Left. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Now, let's see if Sophia can once again come up big for her team and find a double kill. Already rushing straight inside of stock once again. Will the bandit be rotating down? That doesn't look like it, so she will be able to get in here. She spots out vertical holes coming through from the defense, so they do know about them. She will just be staring right at this, make sure no one can spot her as she walks through into lounge.
Bomb located by attackers.
Really seems to put the Sophia on edge, even though no one's watching it currently. She doesn't want to push into lounge for fear of losing her life if she does. She does take a bit of damage from the smoke there, as she does spot her out. About 30 health done there. She spots out one, tries to shoot down, takes more damage in fact, and is downed. Perfect plays there from the sledge. Jaeger was also in position to pounce if he needed to, but no need as the smoke rather does take out that. Now they will not be able to use vertical play now unless the Ash rotates down there, but it will not be likely as it does seem Pakora are ready to push on to construction. Ash once again pushing in solo. Really aggressive plays coming through here. Spots out one top red, misses her shots. She will let the train go in ahead, get more intel before she tries to push. She finds out one kill there to play top red, that's the bandit taken down. But because of these wires on the wall, they will not be able to open this construction wall unless they play vertically. They have no way of destroying these unless someone goes below. It does seem like the Hibana is ready to do that. Although she's looking up the red stairs. As she is still taking gunfights inside of construction, peeking aggressively into sight. Looks like Hibana here is just watching for any rotates that might come through. But as I switch off her, she does manage to find a kill there onto the Jaeger playing at the top of red stairs. With only 50 seconds left, smoke canisters will come through. Good use of utility there. Although he is taken out before he can use those last two 4 versus 2 now in favour of Pakora. Not looking so strong for Bong anymore after those first 2 successful rounds. 30 seconds left, so the attacks still have a decent amount of time to push onto site. Castle taken down as well as Ash pushes in, and it's now all down to the dock inside of garage. Misses out a shot there, and doesn't seem they're aware of him getting down, but there we go. Finished off by the Ash. 3-2 now in favour of Pakora, looking much stronger from them so far. Now, after 2 failed attempts at the CC site, Church and Arsenal will be chosen to go to instead. Pretty good idea after those 2 failed rounds were not the most ideal result. And because of those 2 rounds, it's now 3-2 in favour of Pakora. And on a defensive club side, you'd look to hope to get a 4-2 or maybe even 5-1 victory. But the best Bong can hope for is 3-3. So not the most ideal. They'll have to be very good on their attacks if they want to come away with this win.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
There is a slight change in the lineup this time. I believe instead of the Mosley, they've opted to go for the Kaid. The Kaid will be useful in stopping the hatches getting opened, as most of the attack last time from Pakora did come from this kitchen hatch, especially. If they place an electrical on there without a Thatcher or a Maverick, it'll be hard to get this hatch open. Have to use some sort of explosive to try and take out that electrical. No Twitch coming through either, so it'll be very difficult indeed.
5 seconds remaining.
It doesn't seem like there's any setup on the top floor, so it does look like a full turtle here for Bong, all opting to play inside a site. Last time it was beneficial for them to play inside of the bar area, as the attack did not even attempt to push them. Bandit takes out a drone there, poor from Zofia to lose that so easily. Second drone comes through and instantly taken out again. No bandit wires are on dirt this time, so it should get opened up really easily. Hatch is actually already open. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. If there's an electrical on the board, but good there from the attack to open it up so quickly. Sophia is taking a gunfight inside of dirt, takes some damage, and she will now start to push in with a drone to lead her ahead. Bandit has fallen back all the way to site though. Nitro comes out from the Kaid and will take out Hibana. Good use utility there. Ash also been downed, and that's a 2-round advantage now for Bong. Sophia inside of dirt will take a gunfight, takes out the head of the Jaeger, and also finds one onto Sledge. Big kills coming through there for Sophia, bring her team back into this round. Apologies, it was actually the castle she took out, not the Jaeger. Still playing inside of dirt is to Sophia, and Thermite playing above, and Jaeger Sledge somewhere else. She will find a triple kill from the same angle there. Sophia will push it into sight. She is getting shot at from multiple angles though, and there we go. Another one for Sophia. 4 kills for her, and a 5th coming through from Sledge. Wow, that turned it on its head very quickly. Not entirely sure how that happened so well. But Sophia winning at those gunfights really won that for her team. 4-2 split now, looking very strong here for Pakora. and as they go into defense, CCTV and cache is picked out for them. An interesting lineup coming here through for the defensive side. Jaeger, a bandit, is common, and Mirror is also helpful on this site. One playing inside of cache to watch the breach, and then one top rad. One player DC's out, not so sure if that's going to be a rehost. Does look like it though.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers recovered the bomb.
Yeah, it does seem like we will be having a rehost here.
Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, so was lagging.
So hard. Freda, what have we put the server to? What is the server on?
It's on North E, I think.
Season.
Do you guys know what the bands were?
Maverick,
Thatcher, Maestro Legion.
Thank you. Okay, 2. Yeah, okay, we're ready. If you guys up.
We're ready, we're ready.
Alright, good luck. Okay, then we're back in after the rehost. 4-2 in favour of Pakora as they go onto the fence. CCTV and cache picked out once again. And Malusi picked. Should have to sick pick off that. Malusi not allowed. The league, yes, he pick off there. Onto the Valk. And a super pick off the Twitch onto Zofia. Twitch would have been useful to take care of the bandits on the wall, but Zofia also helpful. She can use that vertical play or just use the stuns through the drone hole to try and stop the bandit from tricking.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have located a bomb.
Swapping back!
10 seconds remaining.
Ooh, unfortunate TK there from the Valk onto the Ella. Not ideal for Pakora. Already at a man disadvantage.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Speed up and running. Drone activated.
Now some here obviously trying to open up the main wall, but with these bandit batteries already on the wall, no Satchel or Maverick on the board, there will be no way to take care of them except for going below. So I'm here just ready to open up, but he will not be able to put this charge down until they go below. Obviously, Bong, he seemed a little lost as what to do. One player joining in below, and the Sophia will be looking to open up vertically, but she might be being contested from the top of red. Okay, but Falcon in the meantime will run out and take care of that thermite. You shouldn't be just waiting here so patiently, not doing anything, just holding that thermite. Sophia will get the refrag onto the Valk, so that's a C4 off the board. Good play there from her. But with thermite already taken off the board, Barna will be the only one to open up this wall. Not ideal for the attack. Sophia though will get a second kill here onto the bandit, and now it's a 2 versus 4 in favour of Pakora. Grenades sail out, and Jaeger will be able to position himself away from that, but he will be aware of the Sophia creeping up on him inside the garage.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
One kill there from the smoke, but Sophia with a triple on the round, and it's now all down to the smoke. 1 versus 3, a minute left on the round, only 1 smoke canister remaining. Does a lot of damage onto the Sophia, but will not find it, and then Hibana from the behind will be able to take him out. 4-3 now in favour of Pakora still, but looking strong here for Bong. If they keep up this momentum, they could very well push us towards a win for them, or perhaps overtime. Church and Arsenal being the site chosen this time after that failure at the top floor site. What looked like a random pick there onto the Rook. Not entirely sure how that happened. Just didn't pick us up in time. Chose Rook, might be a 6 pick. Yep, there it is. 6 pick off Rook onto Vigil. Good idea for this site. You want those roamers playing upstairs, and a Vigil will stop any drones from spotting you out so easily. Wastes a lot more time that way.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now there doesn't seem to be any top floor setup, so perhaps the roamers will just be playing on the middle floor, defending these hatches. Yeah, they seem to be reinforcing them. No SSG style strat where you open up the hatches so you can rotate down and play very aggressively upstairs.
5 seconds left.
In Dirt Tunnel they will be expending a ADS and a Goyo shield. This will allow someone to play behind the shield, and they will, and when they retreat back, they can blow it up and stop the attackers from advancing so quickly. It's the beauty of Goyo. Now it doesn't seem anyone seems to be pushing dirt, at least to begin with. They have 3 players already inside of the stock area. There doesn't seem to be anyone roaming actually. It's a full turtle strat here from the defense. Even Vigil playing below, probably to impact. Yeah, he has impact holes, so that's so he can trick onto the kitchen hatch. Someone here will be pushing dirt, and that's 1 kill there onto the Sophia from Valkyrie. She's playing at the middle main stairs, able to find 1, and a 2nd kill for her. Incredible plays there. She's getting contested from another player here, but will fall back smart there from the Valk, really putting the attackers on edge, and a 2-man disadvantage Bong are not looking strong for this round so far.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Valk there with a third, in fact. That is the Thermite taken down as well, and she will go for a fourth here. Sledge here retreating away into lounge.
Defenders in the area of operation.
There we go, 4 now for the Valk. Oh no. It's now all down to the Sledge in a 1 versus 5. Valk doesn't seem aware of his position though. And she might get caught up, but she does seem aware now. No, reloading, not aware, and there it is. She takes out the drone, but it's taken out. Ace stolen away from her there. Sledge has a lot of work to do though, 1 versus 4. He still has 1 minute and 10 seconds to work with, so it's doable, but not looking likely. He finds 1 kill there, 2 on the round for him. Jaeger taken down. He now has to contest all 3 players playing below on side of the site. He'll drone try and get some intel, will get taken out by the Vigil, so nothing much gained. Sees 1 inside of the dirt tunnel, but he will now have to contest through this single doorway and get shot through the wall. Good round there from Pakora, mainly off the efforts of that Valkyrie. Now, after an astonishing victory on the basement, they will be choosing to go back to CC and cash room once again. The Valk could not pick this time at dock instead. All he's going to do is use the ACOG on the catwalk. But the Valk has been especially useful for them. Perhaps that intel from the Valk camps was able to get her what she needed to find that 4K and win her the round. Interesting 6 from Bong. The buck taken off the board for a thinker. The soft destruction of a buck would normally be more useful, but perhaps those thinker boosts might help with a rush potentially coming through from Bong. Or maybe they just want an extra set of grenades. But there are better options than a thinker for grenades, surely. Not always the most useful, but it's a thinker shotgun in fact. Oh, we have to watch this one. Let's see if this aggressive thinker shotgun rush, possibly strat, could work for them. There is no barbed on red stairs, so a rush up here could be very possible.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Position device.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it. Attackers drop the diffuser.
Bit of Lyco here through for the thinker, and she does look to be pushing solo, I believe, just through the basement. Not entirely sure where she's going. Jaeger here at the top of blue stairs. Neither team aware of each other, and there we go. Thinker with the opening gunfight. I thought Jaeger had heard her, but no. She will now have to contest this sledge at the top of red, and there we go. It's double now on the round for her. Now 1 more for the Nomad, and it's now down to a 2 versus 5 as 1 player DCs from the side of Pakora. 2 minutes left on the round. Bandit finds 1. Kide almost finds 1, but no. Sledge taken out as well. The player who dropped is able to return, so we know we shouldn't need a rehost from that. 5-4 now in favour of Pakora still, but looking a bit dodgy for them on that CC site, not too strong. If things keep up this way and the defenders can only win that basement site, we could very well be seeing overtime. Despite 2 failed attempts at CC and cash, Gym Bedroom's still not being picked here from the defenders. Not because this player DC doesn't seem like he will be able to get a pick. Instead, he just gets random into a Warden. Will he get to 6 pick in time? Probably not, but maybe. Yeah, he does. The Jaeger picked up there. Very nice. This time a bit of a change in the lineup. A Valkyrie taken instead of the Doc. A Jaeger picked up will be useful. The Vigil Smoke Kaid, no bandit interestingly. Kaid will be the only form of wall denial.
Attackers need to locate.
The bandit hasn't been too useful this game as there's no thatcher on the board, so you can't really trick Kaid. Is probably a good idea. It's always harder to see this electricals from below, especially if you position them in the right places. Reinforcements go down in garage. This will help the player on the catwalk, probably the Jaeger. Now, where do these electricals go? One has been placed on the main wall, and then one on the construction wall as well. No real effort there to hide them. Just placed right above the reinforcements. Once again, it does seem like Bong are choosing to go for the main wall take. Finka in the meantime taking a lot of damage and lags out a lot, is taken down by the Vigil. Instant refrag though from a Nomad inside of stock.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Activated.
You go Sledge here cooking a nade to try and take care of the electrical above, but that probably won't be able to take care of it, no. Not timed perfectly so it doesn't find even a hole in the floor. There we go. Takes it out, but it's a poor position from the grenade. In the wrong spot. It doesn't... Oh no. Poise utility there from the attackers since electrical should still be here. Sledge there redeeming himself and will find one onto someone. And the second they're just about winning that gunfight against the Jaeger. Now all down to 2 versus 4. Smoke finds 1, 2 versus 3. Valkyrie does some damage onto, I believe, the Thermite. Yeah, Thermite rotates back around. Sledge here on very low health, so it is actually even in terms of health, but man advantage to Bong. Minute and 16 seconds left to work with, so they have no rush really, so have plenty of time to work with to try and push this site. It seems like the Sledge inside the garage was able to find and take out that electric claw, so the Thermite now open it up the main breach. There it is, open. Valkyrie with a run out will find... No, she doesn't, she loses that gunfight somehow. Hibana put down to very low health, but it's now all down to the smoke. He still has 1 canister left, and both the Sledge and Hibana are on so low health. 1 whiff of that canister could put them down. Smoke comes out, and that should be able to deny the Thermite planting. And there we go, he drops the Thermite, it's winnable now. But no, Hibana with her second kill, and they're 5 to 5 per even. So close. After that fuse was put down, with Thermite dead, it could have been easily winnable. Now, basement is open to them again. So, yeah, it does look like Pakora are choosing to go here once more. A random operator picks that onto the Echo. Not entirely sure why Pakora aren't picking the operators in time, just getting randomed. There you go, 6 pick off the Echo onto the Vigil. And this is pick off the Finka onto Lion. Obviously not having the best of luck with that rush last time, so a Lion probably more useful. He does seem to be lagging a lot, so perhaps not going to have much of a help on the round, so the Universal Gadget is always going to be helpful.
Reinforcements nearly done.
Now, one pick here from the defenders that is different from last time is this mirror. There seems to be one going onto the church wall to watch bottom main. This will make taking motor control and bottom main stairs very hard, as you will be very wary of this mirror. Although this hole here will actually be a rotate bottom main, so if the defenders are able to take control and get the person off that mirror, they will be able to get straight into sight. Once again, they have the Goyo shield inside of dirt. And it looks like Thermite here will be opting to open up straight away. There we go. When it's something utilised already. That last time the defenders rather really relied on the plays from the Valk. I believe the Valk play is this guy on Vigil this time. Deep room. Mirror on blue as well. So Kai play inside the site, mirror in church, and Goyo inside. So it's all down to this Vigil on the room. If he gets spotted out, it could put the defenders at a real disadvantage. Hibana though will be choosing to go in, and there we go. Yeah, Vigil instantly taking out that gunfight. And oh no, she's going for a drop shot, so you can't aim in time, and Lion somehow wins out that fight. That was so close to him dying there. Really unfortunate there for the Vigil. But Lion is put down to very low health, so it's not terrible there for the defense. The mirror window is scaring away the players from pushing bottom main. Vertical play will come through to try and spot out the player, but you just about can't see them playing behind that mirror window from these vertical holes. Sledge somehow wins out that gunfight against the Kaid. Takes a bit of damage, but there we go. Flashbangs to burn any ADS, and a grenade sails through. Somehow doesn't do any damage onto the mirror. Unfortunate there for the attack, bit of waste utility. Goyo put down to very low health from the sledge as well. Nitro tossed out, picked up instantly. Goyo with a refrag there, so it's 3 on 3. Still could go either way with 45 seconds left in the round. You can hear watching bullet holes very dirty angled out onto the players in motor. No one's in there yet though. The Lion push up very aggressively, and this is taken out by the mirror. And it's now all down to the Thermite, and mirror cleans that up as well. Pakora now onto match point. We will be seeing every single round of regulation no matter what. So let's see if Bong can push us into overtime, or if the Pakora will be able to win things out. CC and Cash picked out once again. No, it's Gym Bedroom. After 3 failed attempts, obviously not comfortable on that site, so Gym Bedroom is chosen. Once again a random, and they pick up the Malusi, not allowed, so they will have to 6-pick. Really not sure why they keep randoming. And once again, the Buck also 6-picked off onto the Thinker. Really interesting play, not entirely sure why the Thinker of all ops really.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now let's see if Pakora can finish things off here and win with a 7-5, or if they will get pushed to overtime. Now if we do go to overtime, Pakora will be getting to play first on defense, as it was their chosen side if it went to OT. So in fact, because this map has so far seems to be a more attacker sided, they could be at a disadvantage of picking out that side.
5 seconds to insertion.
Now Mirror once again picked, and that will be played inside a bathroom to watch the jacuzzi breach. One wall reinforced and one wall left soft. This will make opening it up very difficult for the attack, as they will have to contest this mirror window, and then the soft wall will be very difficult to deal with. Once again, Finger opting to enter solo through dirt. Obviously on that high ping, just wants to throw her life away, really not much she can do. So as if she just played Thermite or something, used utility wisely. Crouch walking up the red stairs here, might be able to find an opening kill if players are unaware. No one really playing at top lane, so she could just walk right into sight. Although, there we go, spotted out from the proximity alarm, takes a bit of damage from the bandit. But she will somehow take care of the mirror, and it does look like as bandit is downed, the side of Bong will push us into overtime. Bandit should be picked up though, as he is in relative safety. Jaeger should be able to cross here. Yep, there it is. Although he could get spotted out from the window, one player take it down there. 3 on 5 in favour of Bong. Fink pushed into the corridor, downs the Y, is taken out by Jaeger. Y still down, bandit taken out, it's all down to Jaeger. 1 versus 4 is spotted out by the Nomad. Takes down Nomad, but no, here it is, overtime. It's not often that you'd see Clubhouse going into overtime based off attacking rounds one. Attack on this map not often seen as the strongest side. Church and Arsenal once again picked out from the defences, the only site they've won, and Monty actually picked out here from the side of Bong. Perhaps this will help them push more aggressively onto the basement side after they haven't been so successful so far. Six pick off the dock onto the smoke, good idea, especially if that Monty is played out. Being able to gas off any corridor the Monty might push through will put him at a very severe health disadvantage, as he can't move too quickly out of that smoke. Mirror will be once again placed at the bottom of Church that walked out so often last time. ADS placed behind this mirror will put her in a good deal of safety, as those grenades might sail up from the sledge, but the ADS will have to be burnt out before that grenade might even have a chance of landing.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Now, it does seem to be the same sort of thing coming through from the defense, all 4 players on site, and then the Vigil roaming solo upstairs. Does seem that Bong Archers do a full map clear first, drilling out the top floor to make sure that they don't lose players early on. Monty in the meantime does seem wanting to push down blue. Not opening up there this time is the Thermite, instead the Monty will be pushed down here. Hatch also opens, so it does look like Bong are all going for this blue push, all players situated over here. They do have this mirror one to worry about, but it is taken out by a set of X-Kairos. One wall is left soft, and that allows the mirror to find one onto the Ying there. Not good for Bong. Thermite put out a very low HP as well. Not ideal here. And he is taken out there by the Vigil on the roam, still not cleared out. He spots one more onto the Hibana. And there you go, Hibana takes him out. So it's now 3 versus 4. Still in favour of Pakora though. Minutes and seconds left to work with, so Bong could still switch up their attack, as this blue push has not been so good for them so far. Kaid here really distracted by the Monty, so if one player pushes in, they could easily pincer him out. Monty is taken out by the smoke through the soft wall. Kaid downed in the meantime and finished off by a grenade from the sledge. 2 versus 3, a big health advantage though in favour of Pakora, so it's not looking good for Bong. Not much to work with really, no map control gained on the basement. it still seems like they're pushing for this blue take, even though it hasn't gone well for them so far. Dropped both players now inside a blue. Jaeger here will be able to find one kill and a second. No, Habana will get the refrag. All down to her. 1 versus 2 now. 38 seconds left to work with. No rotate inside of blue, so she will only have to watch from sight. She doesn't have to fuse it in hand though, so she will have to go for these frags in the last 30 seconds. Knows one player is inside of church. Still thinks one is in the back of Arsenal, but both players are in fact inside of church. Mill will rotate to the bottom of main stairs, so she will be able to watch the long corridor. But Smoke there with a nice shot to finish things off inside of blue. 7-6 now in favour of Pakora. Such a close game so far here from both teams. Bong now will have to defend, and they will just have to win one round. And if they are able to do this, they should be able. If things carry out as we have seen, they might get to come away with the win. CCTV and cash picked out here, and if they win this, they will get over. They will be able to get another attacking round, and they will be able to attack a site that the defense haven't actually been able to win once yet. And Echo 6 picked off onto the Ella here. I'm not entirely sure, or actually onto the Smoke. I'm not entirely sure if Echo is even allowed in play at the moment in this league.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now, Bong have only been successful on this site once, I believe. They won once here and then once in the basement as well. So they obviously want to try and reciprocate that success as they had before, so it doesn't seem like much of a change up really. Still have the dock play inside of garage, the castle barricades in construction. Bandit on the wall, not entirely sure if he will trick this time or if he will just place his bandits down and then choose to roam. Yeah, once again, place his batteries down, get out of there.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Now to take care of these batteries, they will have to go below into lounge, or they will have to push construction, which is also banded off. So no matter what, the Sophia will have to go below, and here she is inside of the main area. Oh, a beautiful shot there onto the bandit. Opening gunfight one there for Pakora. Now below, she should be able to take care of these bandits, and there we go. Thermite perhaps should be able to open up the wall now. Actually, it's a Barnet instead. A second kill there onto the Jaeger. One refrag though comes through onto the Sophia from the dock, so 4 vs 3 still doable for Bong. Open up the main breach using a Barnet, and I believe it was construction opened from Thermite. There it is. One kill there onto the dock, and it's now down to 2 vs 4. Not looking strong here for Bong. Smoke goes down, it's all down to 1 vs 4. Castle left alive, and there it is. Finished off by Pakora 8-6. Such a close game, but in the end Pakora just about wins things out. Really off the back of that Sophia, those Sophia plays here from Ibram, I don't know how to pronounce that name.